Hey,
What's good, bro?
how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for having me on, bro.
Absolutely. I'm excited for you to be on.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm super excited, so I'll introduce you and we can get into it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Also, do you have like a hard stop? Like you said you got to be done at like 11.
Yeah, so they'll probably like 10:55. I got
All
a,
right.
a couple sessions coming in.
Yeah, I'll probably I can start wrapping up like 10:50 or 9, yeah, 10:50.
All right,
Something
that's
like that.
cool.
Yeah, all
That's
right.
cool.
Mm. Today on the Lax Soccer, we're joined by Kenny Williams, founder of Reds Camp and trainer to elite athletes like Michael Sowers. From football roots to top training lacrosse talent, this is one that it takes to level up. Let's get into it with Kenny Williams. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, bro. I, I,
Abs-
I like that introduction too.
Absolutely. To start, can you tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and how you first got into training?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm from Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia. I played football, basketball, ran track growing up. Played football in college at Kutztown University. Ended up majoring in sports management where I needed an internship in order for me to graduate. And my internship was at a gym called Powertrain Sports that was ran by the strength and conditioning coach for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not sure if he's there now, but at the time it was.
That's
And
awesome.
and from there, again, I didn't go to school for like exercise science or anything like that. But from there, I was there learning from Steve Saunders every day. And I was kind of just thrown into the fire with training all different types of people, young athletes, older women, group classes. And then one day, bro, one of my best friends was in the NFL at the time playing for the LA Rams, I think. And they were home on break. And I just was like, yo, bro, come in for a workout, you know? Because at the time, bro, I still wanted to go to the NFL. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right, right.
So he came in and I put him through a workout and I said, bro, could you see me doing this? And he said, yeah. And from there, I just started my own brand, Reds Camp,
That's awesome.
for
That's like
sure.
crazy how it like kind of escalated and then also from your friend like giving like your extra boost of motivation.
100%, bro. And sometimes that's all you need is that one person to tell you that you can do it, and that's all the confidence you need. And
Absolutely.
yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
So I first heard about you because you trained Michael Sowers, who is my favorite lacrosse player like of all time.
Yeah.
His footwork is insane, and I
Hmm.
have to believe you had a huge part of helping him to get where he is today.
Hmm.
How did you get into training lacrosse players specifically?
So again, when I graduated college, bro, and I started like training, I saw a lot of like football players. I mean, football trainers, basketball trainers, lacrosse specific trainers.
Yeah,
For me, I never wanted to put myself in a box, and I said I wanted to train the athlete. My
right.
goal is to make you a better athlete, whether it's faster, stronger, more explosive. So like, of course, I started training football players, but my guy, you ever heard of Brett Baskin? You know that name or not? So
No.
Brett Baskin was actually like the first. He played for Hopkins and also played for Villanova. He was the first lacrosse guy I had, and he DM'd me one day because again I was training some NFL guys around the area, and he
Yeah.
DM'd me. He was like, "Yo, do you train lacrosse players?" And I'm like, "No," but it's funny because I'm looking to get into lax, and I knew that lacrosse and football kind of
Yeah,
was
they
the
go
same.
hand in hand.
They go
Yeah.
hand in hand. So I'm like, attackman in football is just like a running back slash receiver.
Yeah.
In my bad. In lacrosse, is like a running back slash receiver in football. Same thing as a defensive back. A long pole in lax is kind of like a linebacker, DB, like
Yeah.
lateral movement. So like with me, again, I'm not training you to be a better lacrosse player, but I'm training you to be a better movement player, like
And
movement. So
overall, yeah.
overall, so if I
Yeah.
can if I can get you to do that, then hopefully that'll make you a better lacrosse player. And then
A-
from there, bro, Mike hit me up like 1 week after he saw that video with Brett because good friends, and from there it was history.
Absolutely. It's cool like how it went from like a DM to everything else, especially like knowing that you want to do everything and not put yourself or hold yourself accountable to one sport. 'Cause like
Hmm.
I know a lot of people like football, it's definitely like I know like in the NFL, like those guys are like more explosive, like
Hmm.
for the first step. But then you go to lacrosse and like you see that they're like Michael Sowers and you see his first step and it's like it could go hand in hand.
A
So
hundred percent, a hundred
um
percent, bro.
so kind of going off that, I have to ask, what is it
Yeah,
like training Michael Sowers?
bro. Training Mike is like how can I explain it? He is
Yeah,
not even just like the lacrosse player himself. He's a great dude, great human being. He's
yeah,
somebody that if you're around, he gonna push you to be better. So like me and Mike gained a relationship where it's like uh, we kind of I kind of learned the game of lacrosse through him, and we kind of just put what I was doing on the footwork side
yeah,
and his knowledge with the lacrosse and just implementing it. And even for me, bro, it's crazy because I remember when I had the ladders and we was doing the ladders at the top, like just straight ahead on the net, and he's just going down. Now
yeah,
I put it in different spots. But training Mike is it's hard to explain. It's like when he comes to a session, you know it's going to be 100% straight dog work. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And I that's what I try to tell kids who try to be like Mike. I'm like, one thing about when not even just Mike, but like them high level athletes
yeah,
who come to a session, every rep is 100%. You know what I mean? They're not because a lot of times when I train some kids, it's like they'll do a drill and they're jogging out of the dodge or jogging out of
yeah,
something. With these guys, every rep is 100%, and he listens to details. Right, the details matter. So like, if I'm saying lead with the right foot, he leading with the right foot. That's
right,
just the small little details of things. You know
right,
what I mean? If I'm
right,
saying like burst 5 yards, he's bursting 10 yards. Just that extra boost. So
yeah.
training him is just like, everything you want out of. He makes my job easy because I don't really gotta correct him on the effort part. You know what I mean? I can
Yeah,
correct him on his, one twos or little detail things, but like the effort thing, you don't really gotta worry about.
yeah, and like that they translate it into lacrosse. Like every single game you would imagine going to like the Water Dogs, that he is always as soon as he gets the ball, it is literally he goes one way and then like half of a second later he's the other way and scoring. So just like the way he moves is just like
Hmm.
crazy.
And that's exactly how he practices, though, bro. So
Yeah,
like, if I got one advice for like young kids out there who's trying to like implement their game like his, like you gotta practice hard. You know what I mean? You gotta go and don't just whatever you seeing on. I guess they play on Sundays or whatever you see on game days with him. He's doing that during the week. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
right,
He not just doing half ass stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Every rep he does is 100 miles per hour for sure.
Absolutely. And that's like those are and that makes just like lacrosse and I bet for you training him so much more fun. Like those are the type of players that we want to be watching and coaching because
100%.
it just makes everything more fun. And as for
Mm-hmm.
you, it's probably easier to coach him.
100%. And
Yeah.
I love, like I said, I love, and every kid, bro, is not gonna be like Mike. Every kid not gonna be 1,000 miles, like run fast and can move like that. But
Yeah.
again, it's the effort part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always tell kids this all the time at my gym. I'm like, look, I only want to work with kids who want to get to the next level. And next level to me is, all right, if you're in middle school, do you want to play high school?
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? If you high school, do you want to play college? And college to me, bro, again, everybody not gonna play D1, but like playing a college sport in general, that's next level.
Yeah.
If you're in
Absolutely.
college, do you want to go to the pros? You know what I mean? That's next level. So like,
Absolutely.
it's all about the effort, bro, and it's all about coming in every day. And I say some coaches say to get 1% better, but I say like if you can get 0.01% better, you getting better that day. You know what I mean? So like
Absolutely.
that's what it's about for sure.
Absolutely. So I know you recently opened the Reds camp. How did you
Hmm.
decide to open Reds camp, and what point did you realize this could be something big?
I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, so I started training like 8 years ago. I want to say, yeah, like eight
Yeah.
years ago, 9 years ago. And people will always ask me, like, when are you opening your gym? When you gonna open it? Like,
Yeah.
what's the next phase? And for me, I always, I never wanted to be like kind of like stuck in one box type of thing. Cause
Right.
just like in the sports aspect, I love like traveling and like getting my brain out there. And I felt like if I owned a gym where I was locked in, I wouldn't get a chance to do that. So like for a couple years, I would go to Miami, I would go to San Francisco, I would go to Boston and all these other places where I wasn't tied down to a spot where I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it was always like, I'm not gonna say it was always, it wasn't in my plan, but it was in God's plan, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm a firm
I
believer in
get.
God.
Yeah.
And just to piggyback off that, last year or during this time last year, I actually moved to Miami for like 6, 7 months without a plan, without anything, bro. Last January, I got up and left. And before I left for Miami, the spot I'm in now, Redskin Performance, was showed to me. Like it was showed. One of my boys hit me up like, "Yo, I got a spot I want you to check out."
Yeah.
But I called him back. I'm like, "Look, man, I'm about to leave. I don't know when I'm leaving, but like I don't think I'm gonna be able to. This is not even. I shouldn't even go see the spot because I'm not going to
Right.
be able to see
Right.
it. But little did I know, bro, that like a year because I got back in this spot in I want to say December or January, but it was kind of like a year later, the same spot that was shown to me, I'm in. You get what I'm saying? So
I
like
get. Yeah.
it was never in my plan.
Yeah.
It was God's plan, bro.
Yeah.
Just like
It's.
training, because I didn't choose training either, bro.
Yeah.
It was it was chosen for me.
That's awesome. That's like
Yeah,
it's just it all goes together.
exactly. So
Um.
that's kind of how it all happened. It happened fast too.
Yeah. Um. So kind of going off that, what makes Red Camp different from a typical training program?
What makes it different? I think for me, how I see it different is because like I truly believe, bro, that like the work is the work. You see a lot of trainers doing a lot of the same things. Like it is
Yeah.
nobody made anything up. You feel me? Like you got a system. I got my own system.
Yeah.
But like I take things from other trainers. I take things from other people. But for me, it's all about the energy. You know what I mean? It's all about
Right.
I feel like my relationship with the kids, how I can push somebody to the next level. And
Yep.
I said it in, I actually got a podcast too with my boy Showtime.
Yeah.
Rasheed Bailey, Showtime Speaks. I said it before. I think with me, if you hang around me long enough, if a kid or just one of my adult clients hang around me long enough, I'm the type of guy that would make you think you can do things that you never thought you could do before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm the guy that's
Absolutely.
going to push you to the limit. I'm the guy
Yeah.
that, you call me, yo, what time? Like, can you go at 5 a.m.? I'm that guy. Like we get up at 5, we get up at 4, we train late, we train early. So, what makes a difference is just the availability, the energy, and just the grind behind it. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
push you to that limit no matter what, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. It seems like all this, all of it seems like you got to have effort or there's nothing to it. Like, if you're going to be waking up at 4 or stuff, you better put 150% effort
100%.
so you can get that 0.01% better.
For sure. For
Um,
sure, bro.
if you had to sum up your training philosophy in one sentence, what would it be?
Relentless.
Mm, that's
Because
good.
because for me, it's about again, I'm all about making somebody faster. I'm all about getting them more stronger and explosive. But like, I'm really more into the mentality. I'm
Yeah.
really more into again. We bring back Mike Sowers, right?
Yeah.
Sowers always had the speed. You know what I mean? Of course, did I help him get faster? I believe I did. You know what I mean? I played a small part in that, but
Yeah.
I think what helped Mike the most with me is just me building him his mentality even more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doing things that he may not have done before. Getting up at 4 a.m. running hills
Mm,
when nobody else is running them. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Coming home from college break when it's 30 degrees out running hills when
Yeah.
nobody, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Little
get what
things
you're
like
saying.
that.
Yeah.
So like it's just about the mentality, bro. Being
Yeah.
unstoppable, doing things that nobody else is doing. And I feel like that gives you that small little edge when it comes to game time where you lining against somebody else across from you and you know they wasn't putting in the work. They wasn't doing what
Yeah.
I was doing. So like
Yeah.
I think just the mentality, I think relentless. I think that's
Absolutely.
one word for sure.
Absolutely, and like you said, like when he was running the hills, like you said, like you'll be able to tell in training camp, or like the coaches will see his work
100%.
pay off, and that's how he got so good into the next level because they saw he was putting in the work outside of what he
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to be doing, and I think based on everything I've seen, you definitely played a massive role in like his development and how he got so good.
I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely. So kind of going off of that, like based on Michael Sowers, what separates a great athlete or a good athlete from an elite one in your eyes?
I think again, one, the mentality, two, the small little details.
Yeah.
Three, how are you putting in the work with your body? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think a lot of elite athletes really take part into the body and the mind. Like
Yeah.
Mike, and just using him as an example because we're
Yeah.
talking about him. I don't know if you know, but like a lot of pro lacrosse guys, like they got like full-time jobs too sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And with a full-time job, it's hard to put in work with your craft and put that work in with your body too, right?
Yeah.
So with him, I feel like what makes him so elite is he keeps the main thing the main thing. He makes sure he's getting that lifting every day. He
Yeah.
makes sure he's getting that conditioning every day. He makes sure he's spending time with the mental. I know he works with mental coaches. You know what I mean? So like I think the elite athlete package makes sure he's not only doing like the crap shooting and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but he makes sure he's getting his recovery in, his mental reps in all, making sure his recovery is on point as well. So I think that makes
Absolutely.
an elite athlete.
Absolutely. So when you started working with lacrosse guys like Michael Sowers, what's it out about them compared to football athletes?
It goes hand in hand, bro. I think again, looking at guys like Mike and I worked with Grant Amen, I worked with Tucker
Oh
Dirk,
yeah. Yeah,
Tucker
Grant.
Durkin
Yeah.
at one point, because he's a defensive guy. Jules,
Jules
all
Hamburg?
Hannenberg, like
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
chance to work with a lot of them guys, and again, it's just like they're running backs and receivers, bro. Like the
Yeah.
same drills I do with some of my running backs and receivers is the same drills I'll do with them. The same drills I'll do with my defensive backs or linebackers. It's the same type of hip movements I'll do with
Yeah.
the defender. So I think that's where it goes hand in hand. And at the end of the day, you got to be able to run and move.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be agile. You got to be able to react as a defender. You got to be able to separate
Yeah.
as a attackman or a receiver. So I think that's how the two sports go hand in hand, and both athletes go hand in hand
Yeah,
together for
absolutely.
sure.
And like comparing Michael Sowers to like a receiver, and then football to lacrosse, like as an attackman, the whole point of the attack is to get open and score. Like you get the ball, you're dodging to score. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and Michael Sowers does a really good job of getting like creating the space, V
Yep.
cutting, whatever he can to get open, and then he makes his move and he literally runs 0 to 100 or
Mm-hmm.
0 to 110 like in a split second. And that's what like a lot of people would say separates him from the best.
100%. And now it's like, and here's another thing too, right? Because now I feel like me and Mike was only training one way, and that was
Yeah.
fast. But I don't know if you noticed these last 2 years, he's changed his game into okay, I know I can go fast all the time, but now it's about that change of speed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't
Yes.
always gotta be
Right.
fast. You can
Right.
you can decel, uscell, you can slow it down, speed it up, you can
Yeah.
make it look one way, and then go. You get what I'm saying? So
I
like,
get what you're saying. Yeah.
so that's another thing I would say with young guys too. Like everything don't gotta be so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything gotta be controlled.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you can control your weight, control your movement, and make it look one way, then go, I think you're just as much as
Oh
effective
yeah,
as well. For
and
sure.
maybe even more effective. Like
100, yeah.
if you have like this is definitely a weapon in lacrosse. If you're able to go 100% decelerate to like 70, speed up some, and then come back around to 100,
Mm,
you're gonna be lethal in lacrosse.
sure.
Yeah, and like any other sports, like football, I know like those routes. Like I know a receiver on like a
Hmm.
post route or something.
Hmm.
They run 100, they slow down, and then they burst out
Yeah,
again.
100%.
And
100%.
I feel like the part that like really like gets you open is the deceleration to the acceleration in
A
like a
thousand
split
percent.
second.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, in lacrosse it's the same thing, just being able to get open that quickly.
100%. I agree.
Yeah. Um, a big thing for me is trying to grow the sport of lacrosse. How transferable are football skills to lacrosse?
Man, again, I think the footwork part,
Yeah.
100%. The Yeah, I think the football footwork part is definitely transformative. Also like if you played football before, like I think it just makes you more aggressive. Like Mike played football. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
a lot of lacrosse guys play football, and I think it just makes you aggressive. I think it makes you not scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you got that football mentality playing lacrosse, just like the best basketball players was once football players. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like LeBron played. They said Russell Westbrook would be a crazy football player because he got that dog mentality on the court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he must have played when he was younger.
Yeah.
So I think if you played football in general, I think it just creates a different monster and you approach the game a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, football, if you make it like any college football, like if you make it to that type of level and even the NFL, like you definitely are like another type of football player because all football players you have to have that mentality
You
that
gotta have that
mentality,
mentality
yeah. Like that you're gonna go out there and you're gonna absolutely dominate.
for
And
sure.
if you don't have that mentality, you're not gonna succeed as well. And you may not succeed at all just because football is all about aggression, grinding,
Mhm.
and just trying to win.
Yeah, man. I wish I played lacrosse, bro.
Yeah,
If I would have known it was like this,
yeah,
like don't get me wrong, I do remember trying it out maybe my freshman year of high school. But like,
yeah,
like lacrosse, you gotta have skill, just like basketball, you gotta have skill. And I didn't even
yeah,
know about just playing defense. I think the
yeah.
coach, even looking back at it, he was trying to make me like a midi or something. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to like catch, you know what I mean? And I played football, basketball, and I ran track. So it was like
yeah,
I didn't have the right, I'm like, I
yeah,
know I'm
yeah.
playing football anyway. I ain't
Right.
playing. So I went out for
Yeah,
like one or two practices and it's like, yeah, this ain't for me. But I
yeah.
wish I would have stuck at it though.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the good thing with football is like it takes very little high skill. Like if you learn how to run and catch, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be you have potential for
A
sure.
hundred, a
And
hundred
then it
percent.
and then it gets to like the point of like actually like working at it. Like how fast can you move? How well can you catch the ball? And like catching the ball and running are little things, but they build up the whole sport
A
for sure.
hundred percent. A hundred percent.
Um, what's something you've added to lacrosse training that most clubs or teams aren't doing?
I think honestly, I think, and me and Mike talk about this all the time. Like with me, when the lacrosse guys come in here or lacrosse girls come in here, I really hone in on the footwork. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I think you guys do enough. I tell people all the time, I'm not no lacrosse guru or nothing like that.
yeah. Okay,
Don't ask me what stick the hand should be in and all that type.
yeah,
I'm directly looking at your feet. And I think a lot of clubs and teams, do a lot of stick work and skill work. Whereas, like, if I come into your program, I'm gonna focus on, depending on what your needs are, I'm gonna focus on the footwork, or if it's preseason, I'm gonna work on the mental. I'm gonna just like I worked with LaSalle and St. Joe's Prep lacrosse team and Plymouth White Marsh
Yeah,
girls, and it wasn't much footwork going on. It was straight conditioning and just like pushing past your limits for the
yeah,
season. If you want like the actual like footwork portion of it, I think you bring me in maybe during the season for like pre-practice or something like that. But I think just working on your footwork,
yeah,
um,
for
and
sure.
honing in on that, the small little details of it too.
Absolutely. Yeah, because if you're not doing it right, you're not going to get better. That's always
Exactly.
what we say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not pushing yourself either, like you need to be doing it right. So that's why like people like you are great. Like we have this guy named Elkin, Jason Elkin. He's
Mm-hmm.
our like conditioning coach, and
Okay.
he comes out. We have 2 hour practice, three, well, 2 times a week right now, but it'll move up to three later.
Mm-hmm.
But he comes before practice, 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's straight conditioning. So well, if someone's not doing it right, we do back and we do an extra rep. Like we're all
I love
and
that.
yeah, and we're always getting like that's what makes us better because we're if we do it wrong, like that makes us better because we learn and then we
Mm-hmm.
do another rep to succeed at it.
I like that. Where you
Yeah,
from? Where you from?
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so that's definitely one of the things that like I think makes our program great.
Yeah, that's
91
what's up, man.
Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay.
Um, so you've worked with some top tier athletes. What do they all have in common mentally?
The will to get better every day.
Mm,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? The
yeah,
will to get better every day. Mentally, like I think you got to be some type of sick in the head to be that 1%. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like all the pros I work with, man, like they all have the will to get better every single day. You know what I
right.
mean? No matter what it is. You know what I mean? So whether that's waking up at 4 a.m., right? I got a guy right now, Craig Reynolds, 8 years in the league NFL right now. He's still getting up at 4 a.m. to run hills.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You don't gotta do that.
right,
You don't have to do that. You don't like
right,
you're 8 years in. So guys like that, you got. I just started working out with like Brandon Graham. He's a little older, but like still, even him getting up at 5 a.m. You don't have to get up early to work out.
right,
You got guys like even I'm gonna just bring Mike out again. Mike, you don't gotta continue going hard 6, 7 days a week.
right.
I mean, so like it's just I think the elite athletes always want to get better and are always finding ways to get better for sure.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And yeah, that waking up part, that stuff, that's one thing. Like me, like as an athlete, I'm starting to do like, you know, we got it. We got I have a personal trainer. His name is Coach Rock,
Okay,
and he comes over Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we're always work like it's 45 minutes, 45 to an hour,
that's all you
and
need.
yeah, and before that, like he assigns homework on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then on the weekends I practice. But on the days that I have homework, me and my mom will get up at like 5:43, and then we go run 2 miles, and then I do the homework. And
I
like
love that.
yeah, so I think that like even just that is making me like a little bit better every time.
And you won't see that, bro. But time by time, when it comes time, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 13.
You doing that 13. By the time
Mm.
you 17, 18, you're gonna know why you're doing that right now.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? You're gonna see it for
Yeah,
sure.
and that's like one of the things that like drives you to do like some people will give up because they don't see the change within like 2 months. Like it takes longer than that, and it once you start seeing the change, you'll want to drive for success and to get better.
And bro, the crazy thing is you might not see the change right now.
Yeah,
Like you said, you might not see it for 2 months. You might not see it for a year or two.
yeah,
And I'm going through this right now with because I train like adult fitness too. And
yeah,
a lot of females want their body to transform.
right,
And a lot of people want them results right now.
right,
It
right.
might not happen right now. It
Yeah,
might not happen in 30 days. It might
yeah,
not happen in 60 days, but them it's like a roller coaster, bro.
yeah,
You might see results one time, then it might go back down. But like if you stay consistent, right? If you stay consistent throughout that time and build them small wins and take them small wins, it's
yeah.
gonna
It's gonna
eventually
build up. Yeah,
that
yeah,
big one gonna come. And your big
absolutely.
one might be you committing to that college you want to commit
Yeah,
to. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Absolutely. How do elite athletes handle failure differently?
That's a good question. I think that and just off of some of my athletes, getting released from the NFL or, you know, you know, losing a championship game. I think you handle it one way or the other, bro. I think you handle it as, this is something that's gonna break me down and I'm gonna stay down, or like my
Motivation.
or like my
Yeah.
boy she would say, you
Yeah.
gotta keep going. You feel me? Because
Yeah.
and I always say this, bro, it's always gonna be ups and downs. You feel
Right.
me? One day you're gonna be up, one day you're gonna be down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like as long as you can see another day, everything gonna be all right. As long as you
Absolutely.
can punch in and wake up and see the good in that day, um, everything's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be
So
a good day.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be a good day, bro. So
Absolutely.
I think with them is just about you just gotta keep going because it can get tough. It can get
Right.
rough. And
Yeah.
that's why just as much you work on your physical, you gotta hone in on that mental too. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Um, what's something about training pro athletes that people would be surprised to hear?
Um Training, don't get me wrong, bro. Like training the pros is good. They're elite. You learn a lot from them. You learn a lot. They the best at what they do, and it's cool to see. But for me, I love working with the young athletes. I mean, I
Yeah.
love working with pros. It's cool, but like where I get my my most like love from is like the young guys, because like not saying that the pros already made it. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I still can get them better and keep them there at their
Right.
level.
Yes.
But like,
Yes. Yeah.
it's nothing like seeing a young guy make it to that next level. Like even
Yeah.
like I got what 3 kids right now in college that I started with. Like I got Jules McFadden, Joey O'Brien, a couple other kids right now. They
Yeah.
started with me since they was like 9 years old,
Wow.
10
That's
years
great.
old. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But now they're playing Division 1 football. You know what I mean? So like I
Yeah.
love really working with like the young guys and really teaching them what I learned from the pros. Look, I'm seeing what it takes to get there. This is what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
If you ain't doing what they doing,
Then you're not
like
gonna get
you
there.
ain't gonna get there.
Yeah.
Like if you're going half-ass in here, if you're not
Yeah.
finishing 5 yards, like I'm seeing them, like I said, every rep, they bursting, they finishing the rep
That's
hard.
right.
If
Right.
y'all not doing that and y'all trying to make it to the NFL or PLL or
Yeah.
high level NBA, whatever it is, it
It's
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
make. Yeah. It's
So
not gonna
like that's
happen.
so like the training the pros is great, but like for me, I love training the youth to get
Right.
to that level, to
Right.
help them
Right.
get to whatever, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think that is what most like trainers or like developers like want to see. They want to see people like they want to work with kids when they're like 10, 12, 13,
Mm,
like that. And
yeah.
then they want to see them build and get to
Yeah.
because you can see what like your work paid off. Like
100%.
they're at Division 1 level because I helped them do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do exactly what you do just to like help a kid get to the next level and you could just be on your own and be like, I did that. I did
Yeah.
that with them.
Yeah. Did it with them and played a part because it takes a village too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And and one thing about me, bro, I never like taking full accountability for anything because
Yeah.
one, you got your parents that play a big part.
Yeah.
One, you got your other coaches that play a big part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One, you again, your friends, you might be training with your friends too.
Yeah.
And then of course, your personal trainer or your performance trainer
Yeah.
play a huge part too. So it takes a whole village. And I just love being just
A part
a
of
part
that.
of it.
Yeah,
A part of it
absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is one of the questions I really want I'm interested in.
Hmm.
How important is nutrition in your training plans?
I think nutrition is a big part. So I don't actually give. I got somebody here who
Okay.
gives a
Yeah.
nutrition plan. So I get my nutrition from her.
Yeah,
as well. But I think nutrition plays a big part.
absolutely.
You are what you eat. You know what I mean? You can't
Right.
be, and I'm saying this for athletes, but I'm also saying this for, again, I just started my adult fitness Reds Fit classes in
Yeah.
here where
Yeah.
the girls are trying to change their bodies. And I'm like, you might not be seeing results because what are you eating?
Yeah.
You get what
Exactly.
I'm saying? You can
Yeah.
be putting in 6 days of work in here, hard work, but you going home eating cheesesteaks and pizzas and stuff like
Yeah. Whatever.
you ain't gonna see results like that.
Yeah.
So like you are what you eat, and I tell my guys all the time like you gotta fuel the body, you gotta fuel the body, and that's something else Mike really tapped into as well, just fueling his body the right way, and you feel differently too, man. You want to it's and also, bro, we want to look good.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Like I think that maybe not all high athlete, but like, I'm a 6 pack guy. You know what I mean? And I used to tell
Yeah.
Mike when he first started training with me, bro, how you don't got no 6 pack, man? Yeah,
Yeah.
like you supposed to be a high level guy. You gotta, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
you know, again, everybody body is different, but I feel like all high level guys should be definitely toning in on
Focusing
that
on the
nutrition for sure.
yeah, absolutely. Do you have any crazy or funny stories from the red camps? Red camp?
Um, Crazy stories. I mean, it's just crazy stories as in the 4 a.m. hills, like it, you know what I mean? 5 a.m. hills, that
Yeah.
gets real. Me and Mike play basketball all the time. That get real.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
those ones get real. He if he watching this, he know that I own him in basketball.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah, we
see.
do some
Yeah.
one-on-ones. But it's just for me, I still love to think that like I'm still at my youth and prime. So
Yeah.
I'm the trainer who does it with you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Out like especially hills. Like if we doing like other work in here and I really gotta like coach you, it's a little different. But I'm the guy who's gonna hop in and we're gonna compete.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets, especially with my guy Craig Reynolds, it gets, a little chippy in here. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
words get back and forth, stuff like
Mm.
that. So
Mm.
just some stories like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy, but
Yeah. I see.
high environments.
Yep. Do you think multi-sport athletes have an advantage? Why or why not?
100%. I think that especially at a young age, I think you should be playing multiple sports. I
Yeah.
think maybe you can hone in on one sport in ninth, 10th grade, but like right now, I feel like all kids should play multi sports, whether it's
Right.
football, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, only because like it's you getting different movements out of each sport. Like, and I just feel like you may not know what you like at that age. You know what I mean? You might
Right.
like basketball, you might like football, you might
Yeah.
so like, and I was brought up playing every sport.
Yeah.
I was a 3 sport athlete my whole
Yeah.
life. I ain't again all the way up until senior year. I played football, basketball. I don't think I ran track my last year, but football, basketball, I played all throughout high school. I
Yeah.
never stopped. So, but I do think that maybe when you're in ninth, 10th grade, that's when you start, okay,
Making.
what
Yeah.
sport is it going to be? You know what I
Right.
mean? And that doesn't mean you got to stop playing whatever sport unless it's affecting the sport you really try to lock in on. But,
Right. Right.
but I do think multi-sport athletes are does
Absolutely.
have an advantage for sure.
Absolutely. And that can like also improve your interest too. Like some days you could be like feeling like lacrosse, or like some days you feel like football, or some days you feel like checking. And it all changes. And that's like one thing that I really enjoy. Like I play football and track for my school. Well, I
Like
did
that.
play track, but
Yeah.
um I always like, like having lacrosse practice one day and then track the next day. Well, track was every day because it's for school,
Yeah,
but
for school, right?
yeah. But I like going back and forth to all the sports because it was a different group of people. So
Mm-hmm.
I got to hang out with a different type of people.
Yeah.
And then lacrosse, it's a different type of game than track.
Yeah.
So it was just fun overall. Like because I wasn't getting burnt out.
I was just about to say that too. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you that. Yeah. because a lot of kids can get burnt out, bro. By
Yeah.
the time you get into college, it's like, damn, man, like I ain't been doing this my whole life. You kind of
Mhm.
fall out of love with it. So I
Yeah.
like that you brought that up for sure.
Absolutely. What should kids be doing in the off season that actually matters?
I think I think strength training for
Yeah.
sure, speed work for sure. That means strength and conditioning, basically.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of parents have kids in like all these different sports, stuff like that. But I think it will be great to at least dedicate 1 or 2 days to strength and conditioning
Yeah.
for sure. Because I think you're never too young to build the foundation. That
Yeah.
don't mean you gotta be lifting weights right now.
Right.
Like I got a group right now that's like I train kids as young as 6 years old. So
Okay.
6 to 11 or 7 to 11, whatever. Some 6 year olds are
Yeah.
at that age where they can pay attention in here and train. So for me, okay, my strength training is for that age group, a lot of plyometrics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A
Right.
lot of a lot of sled pushes, a lot of you know what I mean, carrying the weight or you know what I mean, stuff like that. That don't mean
Yeah.
that I'm putting 30 pounds on their back. You feel me?
Right.
But like
Right.
the more I think the earlier that kids can develop, you know, the foundation, I think it's just going to help them when they get older, when they're
Right.
ready to lift weights. So I think kids should be, you know, in that weight room or strength conditioning
Absolutely.
for sure.
And absolutely. And it's also you could just have this in the back of your mind like it's an achievement to be able to have 6-year-olds listen to you.
Oh man,
I don't know how that like 6-year-olds like that's still like if you think about it, that's still like really young. Like
it's young,
those
bro.
are those are young kids like doing like being able to like listen and do stuff in the strength and conditioning like area.
Yeah.
So
And,
that
well, one
yeah.
thing about me, Judy, and if you ever come training here one day, I treat everybody the same. I don't care if you're 6, 7. I don't care if you're 18. I don't care if you're a pro. You know what I mean? If you come in Res Camp Performance, um, at any age, every level, my goal is to make you a better athlete and a better person individually. So like you don't got no choice but to listen. If you don't listen,
Right.
you over there doing push-ups. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
So like it's just and I think you asked me a question earlier, what makes it different here? It's the accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care. Some people, some coaches and stuff may not like the parents being there while
Yeah.
watching the session. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it because I want you to see how I'm holding your kid accountable. You know what I mean? I
Right.
want you to see like, nah, if you mess up, go over there and give me 10. I don't
Yeah.
care who it is. You know what I mean? You
Right.
could be whoever.
Yeah.
Go over there and if you're not paying attention to details, you got to give me 10. If you mess up, give me 10. And you
Yeah.
might do 100 push-ups that day.
Yeah.
And the session might go longer, but at the end of the day, it's about
You're
accountability. You know what I mean?
absolutely
And as you know, you only get better if you listen to the details. Because if a
right.
coach tell you something in the game and you're doing the wrong thing, he gonna take you out. So
Yep.
I'm gonna
And they're
hold
gonna
that
put
same standard.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna put
So
someone in that can do it right.
exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to hold that same standard in here, no matter if you 6, no matter if you 18. It's the
Or
same
pro.
thing.
Yeah.
Or a pro.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So for sure.
Yeah. So kind of going off of that, what is next for Reds camp?
Next for Res Camp Performance is honestly it's time for me, man, to build my team. I'm trying to build a team around me. I don't like saying people working under me, but I want to work with people, other coaches,
Yeah.
in my space, like brand wise, for me to start scaling, bro. So,
Yeah.
and I eventually want to get my online thing going on too. I'll be having a lot of kids reach out to me from different areas: Virginia,
Yeah.
Baltimore, Boston, Miami,
Yeah.
LA. So like I want to be able to not reach kids here in my area, but reach kids worldwide without me always having to just, even though I love traveling, but how can I make a platform where kids
Right.
can tap in with me online. You know what I mean? Where
Oh, right,
yeah,
right.
for example, like me and you right now, how can
Yeah,
I, all right, Judy, film, I'm gonna give you three footwork things to do for a month. All right, maybe we meet like this for 30 minutes once out the month. All right,
yeah,
and you film yourself. All right, Judy, you see how you did this wrong.
yeah,
You do this a little better. Boom. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like,
yeah,
and I know it can get to that, but I gotta figure out the ins and outs of that
yeah.
on top of while I'm still building, this place
Actually,
here.
yeah, that's a great idea. Like with like getting people like worldwide or even in the
Yeah.
country just to see like be able to hop on like a Zoom or a call or something and
Mhm.
see you do it and then they do it and then the meeting. That's like a great idea. That's
Yeah.
something.
So
eh,
that's something I definitely want to,
Absolutely.
especially in the lacrosse world, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy how me and Mike talk about all the time. Like I never would have thought that I would be the guy for lacrosse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the work works. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but it's like I know I can scale it and really monetize it better
Yeah.
if I can get the online platform
Yeah.
going for sure.
Absolutely. So kind of going off that, where can people find you and learn more about your programs?
Yeah, so rescam.com. So I'm gonna be real. I do have some courses that I sell on that website,
Yeah.
which is a form of okay, what I'm talking about. But um rescam.com, you can find like online courses. I know me and Mike got a thing on there as well, but I'm that's gonna be the website where I'm trying to again do something more like this as well.
Yeah.
How can I do something better? You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, well, like kind of going off that, I guess, what's one message you want every young athlete listening to take with them?
I think one message I want every young athlete to take is, man, the sky is the limit. You can really
Mm,
do anything you want to do. You know what I mean? Never let anybody tell you you can't do anything. As long as you believe in you, as long as you wake up every single day and put the work in and look yourself in the mirror and say that I gave it my all, that's all you can really ask for. Because one
yes,
thing
sir.
you can't control, bro, is your playing time.
Yeah.
You don't control that. I mean, the
Right.
coaches control that. But
Right.
what can you control? You can
Effort,
control effort.
attitude,
Uh-huh.
attitude,
Yes, sir.
toughness.
And toughness. You can control all that. So control what you can control, and everything else is going to
Come,
play
it'll
out
come.
how
Yep.
it'll come for sure. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna do rapid fire, which is just like quick question, quick answer.
Okay.
All right. Hardest worker you've trained?
Uh, hey, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Um, Probably Craig Reynolds, Mike Sowers,
Yeah.
Nadir Rouse, Rasheed Bailey.
Yeah.
It's a lot in there.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Funniest person you've ever trained?
Funniest person is funniest person I ever trained. Man, who's funny that I trained? Um, I- a lot of little kids is funny.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
younger kids is funny.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the pros is funny, so I'm gonna say
Okay.
the younger
Okay.
kids.
The one person you'd want in a foxhole with you.
Foxhole, Hassan Reddick.
Okay. Most underrated skill in lacrosse, football, track, whatever.
Um,
Like from a like a performance like
Performance,
deal. Yeah.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, okay. One drill every athlete should do daily.
Pray,
Mm. Speed or strength.
speed,
Mm. Early morning workouts or late night grind.
early,
One word to describe elite athletes.
relentless,
Favorite pump up song.
never stop by
Mm.
Future.
Okay. And for you, basketball or football.
The crazy thing is, man, of course I'm a football player, but I love basketball. I think basketball.
Okay. If
Yeah.
you weren't a trainer, what would you be doing?
I would want to be a sports agent.
Okay. Eagles or Steelers?
Eagles.
Best place to get a Philly cheesesteak?
Um, it'd be Escobibles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, your go-to karaoke song.
Yo by Chris Brown.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, that's all I got. Thank you so much for coming on.
Nah, I appreciate you, Judy, man. Keep
Yeah.
doing a great job, man. This is great.
Thank you.
The sky is the limit for you. I feel
Yes.
like just by talking to you, I can tell you got the right mindset and mentality right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep you're inspiring a lot of kids right now. I don't know if you know that. You might, and you probably inspiring a lot of adults as well. So I know you're making your family proud. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Whenever you want to come get some work in with me,
Yeah.
you're always welcome. Hopefully this summer you can come get it in.
Yeah.
And just hit me up whenever for sure. You got my number.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate it, and you have a great day.
You too. Do you follow me on the gram or
Huh?
nah? Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yeah, I found you. Yeah, I did.
All right. Shoot me a message so I can follow you back.
All right. Absolutely.
All right,
All
bet.
right. Thank
Looking.
you.
All right, bro. Appreciate
All
you.
right. Appreciate you.
See ya.